Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out the video. What I got for you is a pretty long version of this new version of the dupe glitch that just came out. The founders of the original glitch were Killer Gaming and Celestial Gaming. I watched this video on Crazzeuuh's channel. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I'm not sure if he's the founder of this method here, but I couldn't find any links to any of the founders, so I assume he is. So I'll go through the requirements for this. If you're going to be duping, you need to have a facility. It has to be full. You have to have the car you want to dupe inside, similar to my friend helping me here. We have FingerDaTrigger again. He's sitting in his elegy. He ended up sending me an invite to his facility. Once I ended up getting in the facility, I go ahead and start up a Titan of a job. Okay, and basically what I'm going to do is once I get into the lobby, I'm going to tell him, okay, I'm in the lobby. He's going to go ahead and hit the Xbox button, bring up my gamer card, and he's going to go ahead and hit join game. Now yesterday I was telling you guys to go ahead and spam the hell out of the A button when you join the game, and then as soon as that menu disappears, you go ahead and spam hit the right trigger a couple times until you get the first alert message, and then spam through them. The easier way to do this is now just go to the Xbox button, go to your friend's gamer card, go to join game, hit A one time, and then just keep spamming the right trigger. Keep spamming it until you get the first alert message to pop up, and just sit on the alert message. And then what you do is you tell your friend, okay, I got the alert message. You do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and you both hit A at the same time. Now what happens is you get the first alert message, you time it with your friend, you hit A, and then you just wait. Now you get the second alert message, and you just let that sit for about 3 or 5 seconds, and then you go ahead and accept. And what's going to happen is it's going to end up being like it was yesterday. You're going to end up being in the sky or under the map. The screen's going to be black. You can basically just see your car. You're going to hit, the right trigger or the gas button, and just kind of move your car around a little bit. And what'll happen is you'll end up falling from the sky, and you will land on the ground. Now, the next step, instead of taking this car and driving it to your 10-car garage in the city, don't worry about doing that if you have an MOC. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and call your MOC. Okay, once the MOC shows up, then you're going to go ahead through your interactive menu for the MOC. You're going to request the personal vehicle that's in your MOC. Once it shows up on the street, all you're going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and drive your car that you're wanting to dupe into the back of the MOC. Now, it may suck you in, or it may, say that it's full and you have to hit right on the D-pad. Once that happens, you're going to end up going into the MOC, and you're going to be on a permanent black screen again. So we'll get to that point once I bring up the phone and I start up the Titan of the job. So what you can do to make this quicker if you're the friend, you can start up the Titan of the job for the first step, when you start off the glitch. And then as soon as you guys time it and you back out, and your friend obviously backs out and then spawns outside, you know that he's outside in the car, you can go ahead and just start up Titan of a job again and just sit in the lobby and wait. Make sure you move your cursor up and down a little bit so you don't, lag out and get timed out. But just to make things a little smoother, instead of waiting for your friend to say, okay, I'm in the MOC on the black screen, you can kind of communicate with him and plan it so you can do this a little bit quicker. You see me and FingerDaTrigger, we've been doing this pretty much the past couple of days, so we pretty much have this down pat. While I got a second here, and before I go ahead and start up Titan of the job again, I want to go ahead and give some shout-outs. Shout-out to Bob Salsa, who's a new subscriber today. He left a comment on my dupe glitch that I posted earlier this morning. Also want to give a shout-out to OmniPotent, which we'll go ahead and check out a clip coming up after this one of some crazy shit going on in his facility. Obviously, FingerDaTrigger for helping me as well. And also a shout-out to Microwave Fish, and that's Clayton. So we're just waiting for... Yep, he just told me right now. He said, okay, I'm in the MOC. I got the black screen. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just start up Titan of a job again. And then I'm just going to go and get in the lobby. Once I get in the lobby, I'm going to hit the B button to basically want to back out. And once I get the alert saying, are you sure you want to back out? I'm just going to sit there. Now, as I mentioned before, once I'm in the lobby, I tell my friend, in this case it's FingerDaTrigger, that I'm in the lobby. He's going to go ahead and hit the Xbox button, go ahead and join my gamer card. He's going to hit join game once. He's going to hit A once. And then he's going to spam the right trigger until he gets the first alert that says, are you sure you want to join this? And he's going to sit there. Then he's going to say, hey, I'm on the first alert. And then you're going to do a countdown, 3, 2, 1. Me as the friend who's in the lobby of Titan of the job, I'm just going to hit A once to back out. At the same time, your friend who's duping the car is going to do the same thing, hit A. And then he's just going to wait. Don't spam the button, just hit A once. Wait until you get the second alert. about 3 to 5 seconds on that second alert, and then you're going to go ahead and hit A to accept. And again, what should happen is you should end up spawning in the sky. You know, the screen's black, you kind of see your car. Just kind of hit the right trigger, hit the gas, move the car around a little bit. It might take anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds, but your car should end up landing on the ground. And then, you know, at this point, because he did the MOC step, what'll happen, I'm very sorry about that. What'll happen is you'll end up, you know, looking like you're in the sky, or you'll be in the MOC, but you can't see any colors. You just see black, but you see 2 cars in there. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and do not drive the car out. You want to go ahead and get out of the car that you're in. By doing that, I think it ends up glitching the MOC back. You can see the walls, and you can see that the car you were in disappears. And all you do is go ahead and jump in the car that's in there, and then you just drive it out. Now, once you drive it out, you just drive it to your facility. You get the facility full screen right on the control pad. You end up going into the facility, and then you're going to go ahead and swap it out with an Elegy or a Crazzeuuh that you have in your facility. So it's a good idea to go ahead and put as many in there so you can go ahead and keep doing this dupe. Now, you'll notice there will be times where the car that you ended up driving out originally may still appear when you call the mechanic in your facility to check through the list of cars that's there, but it may actually be an empty space in your facility, and it may happen for every car that you end up duping. If that's the case, you just leave the session, come back, and you should be all set. So I think we're about to end it right here. He's about to swap out this white Elegy RH8 right now with the custom, and then we'll go ahead and check out the next clip. And yeah, so what I'm going to do again at the end of this video, it's going to show my point of view being the person duping the car. So I'm not cutting anything out. I know this is a long video, but I'm trying not to edit anything. So if anybody has any questions, you know, you can go ahead and watch this video from both point of views and hopefully be able to get it. So right now we're in OmniPotent's facility. You look at this shit right here. He's got planes. He's got helicopters. He's got all kinds of shit. You see there's a helicopter that fell off the edge right there on his Avenger. I heard that earlier, and that's why I came running up here. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? And then I kind of figured out, you know, that's what was up. So I ended up doing this glitch with OmniPotent, and it actually didn't work out exactly like it did normally with FingerDaTrigger. So for him, what ended up happening was everything was working fine until he got to the point when he drove it in the MOC. He got the black screen. I got him out of that by doing Titan of the job, and then he tried to drive it into the facility. And what happened was he ended up going into the facility, and it just, like, I guess it sucked him in somehow, but without a car. So right now he's going to mess it, because I told him, I said, maybe it's not working, because earlier he had a helicopter on this yellow Elegy. He's got his friggin' Elegy custom wedged in between a tank and some other shit over here. So he's in the process of just switching cars back and forth, and then you see that's when kind of the chaos comes in. You know, you see his helicopter, that helicopter ends up falling over the edge too. And then I start coming down here because I start hearing some noise, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought I was going to end up getting killed by one of these planes landing on me or something, but you see his friggin' plane, you see his tank going crazy. I guess he's swapping that Elegy from, you know, 2 spots into the spot on the outside. So I thought that was pretty crazy. I figured I'd go ahead and include that in the video. It ended up working for him, because what happened was I think he ended up being down at the docks in either a permanent black screen or a screen where he could kind of see from, like, you know, high up in the sky. He ended up leaving the session, and you'll see that it ends up happening to me. So I mentioned it later on. And when he comes back, the car was actually inside his MOC. So he had the Elegy custom ended up spawning inside his MOC. So here we are right now. I'm switching it around. I'm in my facility. I invited FingerDaTrigger. All right. Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry. So what ended up happening there was basically he started up Titan of the job. I ended up joining him through his gamer card. I accepted the invite, and then as soon as I accepted join game, I hit it one time. I just kept spamming the right trigger, and then once I got the first alert, I said, hey, I'm on the first alert, and then we did a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and I just hit A to accept, and then he did the same thing as well, puts him back in the facility, and I'm at this point where, you know, I was just falling right there. So all I did was hit the, you know, the right trigger, and then just kind of move the car around a little bit. Now I landed, and basically I'm just going to go ahead and call my MOC. And again, once my MOC shows up, I'm going to go ahead and go through my interactive menu for the MOC. I'm going to request my personal vehicle, which will be it should be an Elegy. But the thing is, actually before this glitch right here, I kind of had the same problem that that OmniPotent had. I ended up getting a permanent black screen at the point when I ended up driving into the MOC. And I ended up having a problem where I was kind of, no matter what I did, no matter who I tried to join, I just couldn't get rid of the permanent black screen. So I ended up just joining another session, and then I was like, okay, let's go ahead and try it again. And I was kind of surprised that when I called my MOC, the car that actually came along, when I got my MOC and I requested my personal vehicle, I was shocked as hell to see that there was an LG Retro Custom in there. So what it meant was the last time I thought it failed because I was on the permanent black screen, but I guess just me changing the session and the fact that I actually drove it into the MOC kind of already stored it in there. So you see right now, I got my MOC, I'm going to request my personal vehicle from the MOC. I'm thinking it's going to be the LG that I parked in there, 10 minutes before this when I thought I actually failed the glitch because I was stuck on that permanent black screen and I left the session, but it just ended up spawning inside my MOC. So if you have that problem, go ahead and check your MOC to see what's up, see if it's in there. So right now I'm thinking that doesn't look like a regular LG, so I'm like, all right. So I knew that it worked the previous time because I thought I just failed because I didn't have the car anymore and I was on a permanent black screen, as I said. Switched sessions, and lo and behold, the damn car somehow was in my MOC. So now I just called the car out of the MOC. Now I'm going to go ahead and drive into the back. What I should get is a screen that says the MOC is full. You hit right on the control pad, you'll see that the MOC kind of disappeared. Now, what I ended up doing, and I kind of, in a way, I screwed myself, but in a way I didn't screw myself, is right now I said, okay, I'm on the black screen. FingerDaTrigger did the same thing, started up Titan of the job, and then, I go ahead and join him. I go to join his game, I hit A once, and then I just kept spamming the right trigger until I get the first alert. And when I get the first alert, I say, hey, I'm on the first alert. We do a countdown, and then we both hit A at the same time, him to leave the Titan of a job game, me to join it. And then you notice if you hit it one time and you wait a little bit, a couple seconds later, you'll end up getting a little message that says your party is about to start or whatever. Do you want to join it? On the first alert, and then once you time it with your friend and you hit A, then you get the second alert. Just let that screen stay for about 3 to 5 seconds so that it definitely registers that he canceled out of Titan of a job. Sometimes before you even get the second alert, what'll happen is you'll end up getting a message on the screen that says party no longer available, and then you just go ahead and accept that. And then what happens is you get that part where you're falling through the sky. Just move the car around, hit the gas, kind of like I mentioned earlier. So right now, again, I'm trying not to cut any of this out so you guys can kind of see how long it takes so you're not really getting impatient. So again, I'm in the process right now of, I'm sorry, I'm usually always the helper, so I get kind of confused when I'm actually doing the duping here. So I'm just trying to give you this point of view, but it confuses the hell out of me because I do this so rarely compared to, how often I am helping everybody else out. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, I think we keep having a problem. Either the timing's wrong or whatever. So we keep just starting up Titan of the. He keeps starting up Titan of the job, Titan of a job, and we keep going through the same steps. I think we end up doing like 2 or 3 times, and then you'll finally notice that a message does pop up on my screen saying, "Are you sure you want to go ahead and join your friend's session?" Because I think what I'm doing is I'm going through his gamer card. I'm hitting A to accept or to join his game, spamming the right trigger, but his alert message is not popping up whatsoever. So I think I even tried to join somebody else and just kind of, keep joining other people just to kind of, confuse the hell out of it and get this thing going. So after a little while, though, you do see that it does pop up saying, are you sure you want to go ahead and join the session? Once I got that, I said, hey, I'm on the screen. If I see right now, I said, I'm on the screen, and then we counted down, left. I got the second alert, left it for a second or two, or like three seconds, and then I went ahead and accepted it. And then we'll go ahead and see what's going on in this clip from here. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. What I did was, I don't know why the hell, when I was in the MOC, and again, I don't really do the duping that much. I know when I post these videos, that's pretty much the only time I do it. I can help out somebody 20 times, and I'll just be like, okay, let's go ahead and get my aspect of it, or my point of view, so I can make a video on it. So here we are. Are you sure you want to join it? Okay, hey guy, go ahead and back out. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and both spam, well, not spam the A button, just hit the A button once. And you see right there, I waited. Kind of looked like I was down at the docks. Wait about 3 to 5 seconds. Go ahead and hit A to accept this again. And you'll see right here, I was thrown off because I don't really do it much. So I'm in the MOC. Okay, so if this happens to you, do not drive the car. Your best chance is to just get out of the car. When you get out of the car you got out of will disappear. And then all you do is get in the other car, drive it out of the MOC, drive it to your facility, and swap it out with one of those Crazzeuuhs or a LG RH8, or if you have some other car in there that you really don't care about losing, you can go ahead and just swap it out with that one. But see what happened to me right there, because I drove the car out, the car ended up disappearing. Okay, which now I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm assuming that this is the car from the MOC, or I don't really know what's going on. But if you paid attention in the beginning part of the video, I have 7 spots for cars because I have some of those doomsday vehicles in there. So I can only have 7 cars in there, and I had six cars basically, and I had one LG custom in there. So now I came in here, I have that original LG that was in my bunker, my MOC originally from the previous glitch where I thought I failed, but it actually ended up somehow saving and spawning in there. So now when I go back outside, I'm like, okay, so where the hell is this car from? I'm thinking that that car is from my facility. So I go ahead and call my mechanic just to verify, and then you can see that I still have, 7 cars in my facility, and then I have my Conjali, my Thruster, my Chernobog. So that's why I can only have a certain amount of cars in there, because those things take up space. So now I come out here and I'm wondering, what the hell is this car? So I go ahead and call my mechanic, and I go ahead to check. I go to my facility, and you can see in my facility I still have 7 cars in there plus all my doomsday vehicles. So my facility is still full, and I still have that car that I ended up driving out is still in there. The same LG is still in there, and I also have that generic LG that we're looking at right now that I put in there to go ahead and make this part of the video for me. So now I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in the car. I'm still as confused as fuck right now because I still have an LG custom in my MOC. I still have my LG custom that is in my facility in the same slot that I actually drove the car out with, and then I have that free LG inside there. So again, I don't really do the duping all that much, so I was kind of confused, a little shocked at what was going on. I had LGs coming out the ass in this video, so I don't know which was what. So basically, by driving it out, I ended up keeping the LG, and the other one stayed in there. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and test it out yourself. Maybe you want to go ahead and try that. But normally what you would do is you would get out of the car, it would disappear, you get in the other one, and you drive it out, and basically it would just replace the LG that was in there. But maybe this might be a better option. So you can go ahead and mess around, test this out. Again, I kind of apologize, I know this video is long as hell. I just wanted to go ahead and put as much information out there. A lot of times I feel rushed when I do like a 5-minute video, just to kind of keep the length down and give you, just the details and not a lot of bullshit. But anyway, you'll see that I'm pulling into the facility right now. The facility is full. When I look at the list, I still have, my LG, even though it's invisible right there all the way to the right, it's still on the list. It's an LG custom. I got my LG RH8 in that slot. So I'm going to go ahead and swap cars with that one. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment. If you're looking for people to help you, you can go ahead and ask for help. Let people know if you're on Xbox or PSN. So I hope this works out for you. Hope you make a lot of money, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.